Hello. Welcome. We made it. We made it live. It's time for to do another live show tonight. We're gonna have some tea. We're gonna, kind of sip and some spiked tea. We're gonna be in the living room. All of that. We live, y'all. Here we go. Let's get rolling. Let's go. I'm a filmmaker. I've worked in film, video, and television for over 30 years. I took a little break, but now I'm back. Hey, welcome to another edition of Art Imitates Live with me, Tanya Dixon. How y'all doing? Man, it was a week. It was a long week, but it was long in one sense, but being that the holidays are coming up on us and people didn't work a lot today, it was kind of short in a way, but I was out there on the road and so many people were out there. So I would get through so I'll be over. Well, we're gonna spike the talk about things. Keep it. Sweet. But I'll go back into a single cam because I'm going to pull in my other time. System is frozen. So Veronica, you live because my system has decided it wanted to freeze over here. But we're going to go to break and then we'll get it cracking right after that. So let's go. I'm a filmmaker. I've worked in film, video, and television for over 30 years. I took a little break, but now I'm back.
Y'all, we'll be right back. Just hold on. And we'll be right back with you as soon as we can. Welcome to Art Imitate Life. Please give our lady a moment. We're having a few difficulties.
Veronica, if you can hear me, thanks for hanging in there for me because this thing went completely bananas over here. Completely bananas. And so,
hold on, hang on.
I'm going to see if I can roll with it for a moment because it is going literally in and out. So I'm going to see if I can roll with it. Let me bring my other camera back in. You all are still there. Yeah. So when I go off like this, you all are going to have to take it because this sucker is tripping.
I was
this sucker is tripping hard.
I was like, my camera
is tripping hard tonight. This is compliments of Spectrum. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my sound up and turn this other microphone off.
Yeah, I was like, it didn't even pick me up, the camera. I'm like, I just wanted to help Ronk out.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Thank you. I've never seen anything like this.
I was like, I don't even know what's going on.
Thank y'all.
No problem. No problem.
I am so disappointed. Like, I have trouble every week with Charter Spectrum, but tonight they own something real special tonight. So I'll just. Can y'all hear me?
Yes,
I can.
Okay.
What did Bridget? Yes. I'm talking about what she's talking about.
You trying to hear what the twin is talking about?
Bridget.
The main twin got her own thing going on. She up there in the corner.
The main twin got her own
corner. And so I've never seen it like this. I am frozen on this other screen. And so I can't go.
And I
can't go to the break.
I can't go to the break too.
Yeah, and I echo. Echo.
Yeah, I turned. See, I'm trying to turn off my microphone button. I guess when it unfreezes, I can do that.
Unfreeze.
Okay. As soon as it decides to unfreeze, I can turn off my microphone. But y'all, first of all, how you doing? Because I got craziness going on over here.
All right, you having a bad weather day, just something type of day, huh?
Right.
Yeah, it seems like it was pretty good weather-wise. So I don't know if it's just because so many people are on internet tonight that it's just gone crazy like this. Because it's like it just kicked me off again.
Yeah, it's like everybody else get off. Y'all ain't researching nothing. Y'all don't need to see what you're trying to see on the internet.
So I'm gonna just
get off.
In a few minutes, if it allows me to, I can. I said we got people in the chat talking to us, and we can't even see it. So hi Tammy, hi Bridget.
Hello, folks out there.
Yes, Bridget, Spectrum is socking me in the face tonight.
Yeah.
Completely socking me in the face tonight. But I tell y'all every week, that's what it is.
Name Yvette. Somebody please tell her I said hello.
Okay.
Is it repeating?
Is it? Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Okay, it should be better. I turned off the mic. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay, I had to turn off the main mic, but it would not allow me to do that.
Oh, and your pose froze on a good little pose, Drake. A little smile to it too.
Because I'm usually looking afflicted.
No, but it's a decent freeze picture.
Okay. Okay, good. While I'm doing this, I was trying to send, I think my mother wants to see the show tonight, so I'm going to forward her an email while I'm sitting here waiting for the system to straighten out. And when it does, I'm going to roll the sponsor clip and see if then we can get it rolling after that time, because I'll be going into Who Spiked the Tea, but I want it to level out just a little bit before I started spiking some tea. I wanted things to level out just for a few moments. Because like right now, I'm having trouble with like regular email, and that's really rare that I have that problem. So this is really cuckoo crazy tonight.
Spectrum.
Yeah, compliments to Spectrum.
Dropping the ball.
And I'm still frozen. So while I'm still frozen, I know I can't go to the commercial because I saw the thing was rolling the opening of the show again. I'm like, really?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. I'm like, okay, it didn't get enough of it.
That one. I just played that one.
Yeah, it's like it just didn't get enough. And so everything is freezing on this over here. So what I'm gonna do is I tell you, ladies, let's just start talking. I'm gonna go ahead and ask you how your week has been, and then we'll kind of take it from there. I will go in and roll the commercial and stuff from there. So how was your week?
Margo.
Yeah. Actually, this week was a short week. As far as work and everything kind of flew by, but went by okay. It got busy, Thursday with we had visitors and guests and parents coming to our center, and so
Right.
like our Thanksgiving Day lunch type deal, and it went okay. I know today was great, and I'm just glad I got the whole week off.
I know that's right. So
Being
you don't have to go in at all.
No, today was the last day, and I got a whole week off, so I'm going to enjoy myself.
I know that's right. I know
Enjoy
that's right.
myself, my family, and whatever it is that I need to that I'm behind on at home personally, I'll get caught up on. So
I might have a little assignment for you.
okay, and that's
I'll let you know at the end of the show if
okay.
I can do it.
So
Because
I'll
it's
I'll
something I'm working on.
I'll take on the assignment.
Okay. It's something that I'm doing. I'll let you know. The thing just kicked me off again on the rent main one. Boy, am I glad I have this cell phone here, or I would be messed up.
It's like Spectrum is hating on us. Why is
Yes.
it hating on us?
Oh, check the chat while we're going back in. Y'all check the chat for the comments.
Yes, Miss Bridget said she was gonna try to join us. She needed to work on her family. She said the loud house is currently congregating in my room, so give me a minute. And Tammy Graham says, "Hello, cousin."
Hey, baby. How you doing?
Oh, just a cousin.
Hello, and welcome to everybody out there that's joined us this evening.
It's one of my cousins on the Graham side.
Okay, I gotta say, she my cousin too, or she just your
Well, she
cousin?
might as well be.
Okay.
She
Hi,
might
Shannon.
too. I don't even know her, but she cool with me if she cool with y'all.
I know that's right.
Don't mind me. I'm
Oh no, it's all good.
I
It's
have
all good tonight.
to hang around with a bunch of crazy folks because, I mean, these folks right here, they cool. They real cool.
Oh yeah.
Y'all. I don't know if this thing is ever going to allow me to play a single thing because I am still tripping over here.
Yeah, it's
You
all
know,
back up there on the top of there.
yeah, we might be going to spike some tea in a minute without me getting a chance to even roll the sponsor clip
Like
because
I'll be like, well, we can do Who Spiked the Tea. We can sing it ourselves or something. You spike the
some
tea. I
some
spike the tea. No,
some
you spike
some that's how it
the
goes.
tea. Who spiked the tea?
Oh, yeah, Michael version. Who spiked the tea? Who spiked the
Right.
tea? Who spiked the tea? I ain't spiked that tea. Yes.
Right.
We did the Michael version. Yeah, because I'm telling you, I'm really just surprised. What I'm getting over here is just bananas. They're
We got
saying unstable
roll,
internet. It is
roll
that.
with the punches this evening. Roll with the
And my
punches.
dog over here tripping. You want to get under?
Oh, look, now she want to talk.
Now she
He
wants to go.
he over here huffing at me. He is literally back there huffing at me because I didn't hear him. And he wanted to get under the cover. So he huffing at me like, don't you see me?
Oh, wow.
So I don't have them eyes in the back of my head today. So I missed it, Poppy. But let me see if it allows me to play something. But the thing is, it may do it while we're talking, or it may repeat it. Who knows? Because I see now it's got me turned around, and I've been turned back around.
Yeah, you stuck. You're like you about to fall up out that chair with that pole. I don't know.
Oh my God. This is crazy. Spectrum, but I'm not going to do any rebooting or anything like that because for fear that it'll get worse. And so I'm just going to leave it as is, and we can just jump on in and do what we got to do. Um, oh,
We just like we're
no,
here.
for a moment it looked like it was going to be able to do it. But Veronica, how was your week? Did we ask you? Hi.
Ooh, it was fair. It was fair.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Not a whole lot been going on. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for Thanksgiving. I think what we're just gonna do individual Thanksgiving this year.
Right.
My niece says she don't want to cook twice, so because
Yeah.
she cook, so she's gonna wait and cook for Christmas, which is
Okay.
fine by me. I don't even care.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
I can eat me a salad or throw something in the air fryer, and I'm good. I'm thankful anyway, because we'll
Hmm.
talk about that later on.
Yeah. The thing is, I'll just say this. Things are just considerably different. Kick me off again. Things are considerably different with holidays um, in present day for
Yeah,
me because of the loss of a lot of our family members, and just things worldwide are just kind of different. So
yeah,
for me, I don't worry about tradition like we used to do and having to have the dinners and stuff like that. Don't worry about it the same way as maybe once. It
hmm
would have been harder when I was younger to not have this big family gathering, all that, and I don't think about any of that now. Happens, it happens. If it doesn't, then if everybody's still living, that's good for
it's
me.
a bigger
Right.
thing. Yeah, yeah.
You know.
And I mean, it definitely. I know for me, I love when that happens because when we get together, it's crazy. When we get together, it's crazy, but it's beautiful. It's a beautiful craziness
Yeah.
about it. Because each person is different. Each person brings their own character and their own flavor to our mix of people in our family, and
Hmm.
we don't do it as often. But when
Right.
somebody calls, say, "Hey, we need to do it like this," then we'll join in and be a part of it.
Okay.
I do Thanksgiving at my aunt's house. An aunt that's younger than me, and she's calling like, "Hey, we need to all get together and and cherish everybody else that's still here, that's still around and stuff like that. Just bring back some happy memories of the better times. So
Yeah.
I don't mind doing that. I'm like, I'll just bring one dish instead of cooking, up everything. So it makes it easier.
And everybody else
Right.
still working. They have to work that day. So like with
Mhm.
my family, my baby sister, she has to work. Um,
Mhm.
I'm think my her husband has to work. I,
Wow.
her son has to work. So that part of them two or three people that's gonna make a try to make a difference. So
Hmm
what's the need of we missing out two or three people when we just
Mhm.
we keep it small anyway. But so we just gonna wait till Christmas and then everybody can be there.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, that sounds better with us too, because I actually ended up saying that maybe a couple weeks ago. I was just feeling like Christmas would be the time when we would all mainly come together. And, this week coming up, um, it'll be just a few of us here and there, and we'll make do. I was thinking this even. I ain't said anything to anybody yet, but I don't really need the turkey. I can do something different.
Like
I don't
what
need the turkey.
different? Give me a different bird. No,
Right. It could be a different bird or something else. I
yeah.
don't need that
We
old
finna eat
old
shark.
tradition thing.
It's like we
You
finna eat
know,
shark.
I,
Thanks. I'm just
fish. No kidding.
yeah.
It could be anything. It's just all about the gathering and the fellowship
hmm
more than anything right now.
um I'm gonna see if my son gonna find a grill, and I want him to
Hmm.
um famous grills have grill stuff on the some stuff on. Cause he cooks. He's a real good cook. So
Right.
do on the grill.
Okay. I was looking at the note that Spectrum put a note up here for me. I'm like, yeah, get your service right. Don't send me no damn notes. Get your service right.
Yeah, like what's going on?
Let me see if I can. No, I don't think I'm able to play anything. I'm scared to hit that button now, because as long as my picture is frozen over there, then that pretty much means that it's not leveled out. So I'll tell you what we're gonna do. Let's go ahead and spike some tea real quick and talk about some of the stories that's out there. And then later on, if I'm able to end with stuff, play stuff later on. But it's sad. So folks out there who are able to listen right now, it usually looks all different, but tonight, look at it trying to act right. Do I want to play it? Do I want to chance it? let's see what happens. Let me chance. Let me see what happens.
All right.
We made it through. What? I wasn't gonna even chance doing the sponsor clip. I'll run the sponsor clips in the middle. I ain't doing it now because it might just say, no, you shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, we just gonna give you the first few seconds.
Yes. It's really so weird because everything started off really good. It was like, oh yeah. And then all of a sudden it said, nope.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we are. We landed on nope. Okay. All right. Well, something. Who spiked the tea? I saw a few things out there. I'm starting off with this story only because I was just talking about it. I might have mentioned it to you all last week. Someone here, and I was talking about how some of the shows, are going off like real quickly and easily. And I've been looking at Hulu and stuff like that. But I was really disappointed that, I'm one of those Station 19 Grey's Anatomy watchers.
Oh.
And I was really upset that they only came on for a second. It seemed like 2 weeks. No, it was longer than that. I want to say it seemed like 5 weeks, but I think I read that it might have been 8 weeks. And it seemed like no doggone 8 weeks to me. And how they went off so quickly and not coming back until, February. And then I looked and I knew this was coming, but Ellen Pompeo, the main character, Meredith Grey, she is leaving the show. And so I'm like, well, she's been there for 19 seasons. That's pretty doggone good there. And she is breaking out of there, which I kind of start feeling when I looked at the previews that they have coming up in February. I said, something's going on. So let me put my little broke glasses on. I decided to still use this because they're purple and they match what I'm wearing.
They match what you got on today.
Yes. So they say that she's officially bidding farewell to Grey's Anatomy, which I thought was going to happen a long time ago. I'm surprised she made it this long because all the rest of the originals just about left, Mm-hmm. And she made her announcement on Thursday on social media saying that she's eternally grateful and humbled by the love and support that she's received for 19 seasons playing Meredith Grey on the show. And in her goodbye post, she naturally thanked the fans and said that they were the ones that made her run on Grey's so fun and iconic. Because she was there like forever. What was the girl? Last name is Jill, the Asian girl that was on there. She's gone on to do her different shows, and Katherine Heigl was on there. She's gone on to do stuff, and Justin, I can't remember Justin's last name. He was on. They've all branched out and left the show a long time ago. So she was like one of the original. Patrick Dempsey was on, and as Big Dreamy, and then we had
Nick Steamy.
And he played in Euphoria. He played a bad role in Euphoria.
Oh.
You know what? Let me see something because Mom keeps calling. Let's see what Mom is calling. Y'all talking about yourself. Hey, Mom.
But yeah, that show was it was kind of iconic. There was a lot of things that went on.
It is
Definitely watched it a little bit myself, but
something
I ain't watched
new.
all 19
I'll
seasons.
have to
I
come
ain't
and see
watched
that.
all seasons of it. I was in it for time to time, or whenever
I,
there was something spoken up
I
about.
gotta try it. I'm on the live. I
It
can
I
come
changed
see it in a minute.
night.
originated when it first came on air. I
Yeah,
watched it a little while, but then I got bored with it, so then I just left it alone. I,
Uh,
it was like an in and out type thing for me,
yeah.
I guess, for Grey's Anatomy. But it still was interesting. I just
Mm.
yeah.
didn't follow all the seasons.
I was like, my mom said, "Oh, something must have been going on the housewives because everything has gone off in her room." So I'm going to go check and see what's going on in a few minutes. But I probably have to hit the circuit breaker. And I'm like, where are the circuit breakers again?
Oh, wow.
Because you see things and then when you don't need it, you forget where it is.
Mm-hmm.
And so I
You
got to
never
think about that. I'm
visited
going to do
it in a while.
Yeah. So I'm going to have to leave y'all in a second run and I'll come back up here with y'all. Oh, Bridget, I think Bridget's coming in. So maybe Bridget can help out while I take a trip down to find us the circuit breakers. Oh,
You like
but
midst of everything else.
but you know something? Now this story here, I'm gonna take this to this story here real quick. Are y'all familiar with Elizabeth Holmes? She had the company Theranos,
Yeah.
and okay, this girl here. If you are not familiar, ABC did a special called The Dropout. And then Hulu turned around and did a series called The Dropout because she was a dropout from Stanford University and she came up with an invention which I believe is that it's one drop of blood, you can detect different diseases or conditions through this one drop of blood. So she decided she was very passionate about it, and then she had a guy that she befriended while still at Stanford. An Indian guy. I cannot remember his name. Is escaping me right this very moment. Let me see if it's in the article, but no, I don't see it right now. So I guess she decided that hey, I'm gonna leave school and we're gonna pursue this and this whole thing, and so they did something one time and the experiment kind of worked. And so when she had to get in front of investors, and I believe it was over in Switzerland, they used the data from the one time that things went through and started getting people to believe in her experiment. Sonny Balwani, that's his name.
Uh,
And so started getting people to believe in it. And so in the end, this young lady, Silicon Valley got behind this young lady, um, and she ended up getting high level money. I
mm-hmm.
mean, she got like the DeVos family gave her like 100 million. Rupert Murdoch, no, was it him? Who was it that gave her? Buffett gave her like 100 some million. Uh, um, the Walton family in Walmart gave her like 150 million, and she had all these people. They were sitting on her board, and everybody. I mean, she had senator people, the whole nine. And the final analysis, all the years that she worked on this whole thing,
Didn't make no headway.
not one single product was made as she was
Ever
a
all the way through.
billionaire.
She just
Yes,
lied.
she lied. She had Walgreens and different ones behind. She lied her behind off. And she had all these people behind her,
Mm.
giving her money out the yin. She was living like a billionaire. She was obsessed with Steve Jobs. So she wore black and the black turtlenecks and everything all the time.
Yeah.
And she was just crazy. And I tell you, it was really a great great series. I looked at the series that Hulu had done,
Mm-hmm.
and they did a phenomenal job with the series. The young lady Amanda Seyfried, she's the one who played her. And oh my Lord, she played the heck out of that role. And so this whole situation has been going on for a while. This girl was supposed to have, I think it was like maybe like 12 counts, dealing with fraud and all kinds of things. And she was able to get that reduced down to like 3 or 4. But Sunny Balwani, I think he still got all 12. He's getting sentenced early next year. She has been putting off and putting off and putting off and putting off her being sentenced. But now they have sentenced her ass to 11 years, right? So now she's trying to get it put off again because she's pregnant, as if there's not women who have babies in prison.
In jail, yeah.
And I just said to myself, it just goes to show, some people can get away with anything. Because this girl, I remember in the series, as everything was wrapping and everything was catching up with her and all the lies were coming down, she even turned on Sunny Balwani and she was treating him like he was trying to control her. And she started telling people that he was trying to control her even sexually. It was just crazy, the stuff that she did in the end, just trying to save her own ass. But, I was hoping she would get more jail time than 11 years. Being how much she has defrauded so many people, and she made it so tough that the women behind her, Silicon Valley, they're not treated and trusted very well because of everything that she did. So to me, I just said, lock her up. Just lock her up.
But yeah, for them to push it off and her to push it off. But I think
what are they gonna do with it though? Did they take the money from her?
What happened is over time.
Hello.
I need a little back at that because they really didn't get to that part in the series.
Right.
Yeah, they never got to that part in the series. And hey, Bridget.
Hey, I'm finally in.
Yeah, right.
Bridget said, I've been going through a lot over here because you're a Spectrum customer just like me, and we catch it. But you know what? I still need to go and check on my mom real quick. So you all talk amongst yourselves real quick, and I just go check on her.
Okay.
She's sitting down there.
Bridget, how was your week?
It went by too fast. It literally, it went by so fast. Like by midweek, I found myself crashing. Like I can't do this. Like I'm just moving too fast, and
keep it up.
My brain does not turn off. It does not turn off until I'm good and dead and sleep.
How is out for things? Hi, baby.
I love you too. Say hi.
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 It's head week this week, so I'm braiding hair.
Yeah, redoing everything. Yeah, for the holidays and stuff.
Yeah, everybody's looking nappy headed right now, but we're gonna take care of that.
Nappy headed. Yeah, you don't look nappy headed. Yeah, totally.
It's natural.
Nappy headed too.
It looks very natural.
They natural. They're real natural. They're real nappy right now. I will in a minute. Y'all get done cleaning up. Bye bye. I'm busy. Love you.
But yeah, with that lady.
I told you it's a loud house over here. Y'all thought I was playing.
No, you okay. But 11 years for so much fraud, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
sometimes it's good to have good laughter with the kids, You don't want to be sad all the time or they fussing and fighting all the time. When they're fussing and fighting, you be wishing for happier terms.
I know. This is my thing. I love y'all having happy times. How about y'all have more happy times here with me? So, it's like they go at each other. I don't know if they have too much space or too much to do, or they actually just have too much. Like, I don't know. But when we had smaller, places to stay, even now they are all on top of each other, like, in certain areas. But at home with me, they hate each other. They go to their dad's house. They love each other, and it's like, I need y'all to switch things up. I need y'all to figure something out because I catch all the hell, and he catch all the heaven.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's
So.
probably because you're the most consistent parent. I see that sometimes, like dealing with the kids in my classroom, since I'm the one that's in the classroom with him, so I get all of the. But I'm like, so how did they do in your room? Oh, they were fine. They listened and because they haven't been with you, all the time, every day, and they haven't gotten a real feel for what's your tolerance for them and how much they can push that limit. But with
Mm-hmm.
with dad, they're still probably trying to figure that. He's probably trying to figure that out with them. But
Yeah.
be like, well, they listen more over here. But it's like I tell them the same thing, but no, it varies.
It varies.
It does.
Most
It
consistent
does.
person is going to see a whole lot versus the one that's not around them a whole lot.
Yeah.
It's gonna
So
appear.
I've even talked to like from the doctors and just different people in authority positions, and they're like, um when it comes down to a child's behavior, they normally will focus more of their attention on the parent who's not there with them all the time. Whether the parent is an absent parent or just not active at all, regardless. If they don't see that parent every day on a consistent basis, that's the parent they glorify more. So it's like, but what am I, chopped liver? That's what I asked. I was like, what about chopped liver? Like, I know you love your dad. I want you to love your dad. Your dad loves you. I'm glad y'all have that, that bond. But what the hell am I, chopped liver? Like, I'm here. I'm here. Like,
They it's just it gets odd, and it's not necessarily that we're on dad's team. I think they just trying to give him what in their mind looks good so that come around more, possibly.
yeah.
Like come around more, be more involved, and then when he gets to seeing the real, then he's like, whoa, okay, yeah, I should have been a stepped in and tried to help out a little bit more. Because my boys sometimes do that. I'm like, you believe what your dad telling you? Don't no, but I try not to do that. They have their own personal relationship with their dad, my two boys. But I'd be like, don't believe everything he's saying. But okay,
Mm,
y'all old enough to see stuff for yourself. I ain't gonna
They're
tell
probably more comfortable around you, Bridget, and they more around you than when they're around their dad. They loving on each other because they're closer to each other, stay closer to each other, and like shy away from him.
yeah. Well, and it's like and it's not just with the dad. They do that everywhere. Like, I'll get so many good praise reports about them. Oh, your babies are so lovely and they're so well mannered. And even my son, I told you my son is a monster. Jeremiah, oh, he can be a freaking monster.
Like,
And his teachers and his principals are like, oh, that's my baby. I love him. He's just so sweet and mannerable. And I'm like, who the hell are you talking about? I know what he do at home. So I know you're not talking about this Jeremiah, Jeremiah Vasilis, Johnny Lamont Brown. That Jeremiah? Oh yeah? No. He playing with you.
yeah.
And it's like that with everybody.
got a
They
new
got
name.
these people fooled.
Your nickname is Bebe. Okay, those are Bebe kids.
I am baby.
Right,
Bree
that's that word.
BB, baby. All of it.
Lord,
All of it.
well, I tip my hat off to both of y'all. I deal with the children.
He's like, no.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna do it. I can't do it. I hung mine up a long time ago.
No.
But like I said, when I was younger, that's what I went to school for. That's what I started out going to school for. I started out going to school for early childhood.
Mhm.
My God, I love the babies. I love the kids. My specialty part was I wanted to be from 0 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
That was my specialty, from 0 to 5, or 0 to 7. But my niece rode around and rode up in here in this world, and when I started taking care of her, and she started getting on my nerves, I couldn't get away from her. I was like, no, that's all right. I don't want this.
She's like, I don't want to do it anymore, huh?
She said everything in the house went off.
Mm. Wow.
Everything in the house went off. Anybody at Margo?
Huh?
Anybody in the chat?
Other than the two ladies that were on there earlier, Bridget is here with us now, but Tammy Grand, that's about it. That's all that I see.
If you're not asleep, girl, because I know you probably on that CPAP, so just call me tomorrow. Yes.
But Tanya's gonna join us a little later when things look up on her end.
Okay.
Of course, she's still like we've been saying, having technical difficulties with Spectrum because they hating and they don't want her to be great right now. I don't know.
That's from her state to mine.
There she goes.
All over.
I cannot believe
it.
Welcome back.
Give me a minute so I can hear y'all.
I say, or it's the twin that's coming in. But there we go. We just been
Lord.
talking and rambling.
I'm glad y'all were here to keep talking. I'm glad because when I tell you, when I went downstairs, just about everything was off in the house. I'm like, what happened? And I didn't know where the circuit breakers were. So I'm like, wait a minute. The circuit breakers would probably be out in what would have been in the garage. It's not a garage. It's the, you know what I mean? That's where those, because this was the model home. So I went out to where that part that would be the garage, and that's where it was. So I started flipping stuff off and on, and it got really ugly for a minute. Because I couldn't get anything back on. And I was like, oh my God, how am I going to get anything on this house? Then it came on. I'm trying to get the cell phone back on so that if this one goes crazy, I don't have that to deal with, that to contend with. So it has been a rough night, y'all. It has been a rough night. Then I started off saying that I wasn't feeling well with the bursitis. And
the 800 kicking in, ain't it?
Yes, but you know what? I got to get the settings on the cell phone. So bear with me. Hopefully it won't go off. Hopefully my main won't go off while I'm trying to get the cell phone back up again, because the
all right, then put a camera.
Okay.
I'm coming back. I'll be right back.
just don't get all disconnected over there. I mean, the thing is, it was bad enough the Spectrum stuff that was happening, but then for my whole situation over here to go off. What I says, and my mom said,
I think she froze. She froze again.
Yeah, she freezing a lot at the very beginning of the show.
Before this goes off, let me get my cell phone going.
Yeah, I saw him when I first came on, and I was like, okay, let me hurry up so I can jump on. And as soon as I was like getting ready to come in, I turned my laptop on to come in. Like everybody just disappeared except for Veronica, and she was like, "We'll be back. She'll be back. Just bear with us."
Yeah. I was like, where did my thing go so I could help her out? They couldn't even hear me or see me. It's like, oh my God.
Oh my God. But y'all talk about the Ellen Pompeo leaving.
Yeah, talked about her leaving from Grey's Anatomy, and
I'm sad, but I figured it was coming. Cause the way the first few episodes of this past season that's out now, they set it up, like how the show is going. And I love Grey's Anatomy. I've watched all of them. So in the show, she accepted a new job offer in another state. Bigger space to work in, like research and development, basically what she really wanted to do, and more pay. So it was going to be like a major uproot for her and her kids, but she felt at that point like she had outgrown, the hospital where she, was, and it was time to move on. So they really are basing her real life, feelings about, leaving the show and incorporating that into her role on the show. So yeah, so they're setting it up good for her to leave. Yeah. Hopefully they won't kill her off entirely like they would somebody else. But so give her a platform to come back if she ever wants to come back. But yeah, they're setting it up for her to leave.
Okay. I made it back in. My gosh,
okay.
that was a lot. Oh my God, excuse me, that was a lot. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. Yeah, I need a break. Because this whole spectrum thing, and then whatever happened tonight, that's just weird. Now I'm here every night, and it doesn't happen.
Wow.
Stuff don't go down in this house. I'm here every night, and for everything to go on downstairs, that was the craziest thing I've ever seen. Mm-hmm. So hopefully it's back and won't freak out like that again. I don't know what happened, but we back up. In a few minutes, I will take our picture, but let me do another story real quick. But I'll take our picture because I think we need to laugh. Crazy. But I saw something. I got an email from Source Magazine this week, right? And in the magazine, it's talking about hip hop. And it says, the name of the article is, does hip hop need an intervention? So it's an E40 and Too Short pen. They did an op-ed. They put together an op-ed, and they said hip hop needs an intervention. So my question to you is, do you feel hip hop needs an intervention? And then they started stating what they were feeling. And I believe that some of this is true. And then he goes a little deeper than this too. But they were saying, I'll just give a little bit of information here. And of course, again, this is the source. You can read the article on the source.com. So it's saying Bay Area legends E40 and Too Short recently penned an op-ed in the Atlantic calling for hip hop communities to have an intervention to end the senseless violence that has taken the lives of multiple rappers in the last few years. The op-ed is entitled Hip Hop Needs an Intervention, asks the question, who's next? Due to frequent killings. And they compare the inner city, where many rappers come from, to the MMA octagon. But despite this, there remains hope in these communities. Okay, and here's what one of them is saying. The inner city is like an MMA octagon. It's the cage, the trap. They wrote a lot of violent shit goes down, but it's still home for many hip hop artists, and there's still a lot of hope, hunger, and love in the streets. We just need to find better ways to support each other. This is our generation's responsibility as much as it is for the young MCs. And they're saying both E40 and Too Short believe that social media is primarily to blame for the uptick in violence in the hip hop community. They essentially want the rappers to stop flexing and showing off money on Instagram. They believe that that's what's making them a target. And they said one reason the violence has gotten worse in social media, rappers are trying too hard to flex online to the detriment of their safety. these dudes are getting money at a faster rate than we did. And we've been to the strip club when the rapper was sitting on walls with money, like walls, each stack about 3 feet tall. And he said, and they said, how can you throw that much money in one night? We have no idea. And some of these artists spend thousands on an outfit and millions on jewelry, and then jump into their Bugatti or whatever and show off so much money that it can barely hold it in their hand for an Instagram photo. And then they were recalling about Tupac just hours before he was shot in Vegas. And he said, this is what Too Short is saying. I saw Tupac the night he got shot in Vegas. It was probably about a couple hours before it happened. I went to the fight. It was one of those classic Mike Tyson fights. He knocked him out in 90 seconds. I was staying at the Luxor, and we were going to the hotel, and Tupac, Suge, and the small entourage was leaving. He said, we stopped and talked for a moment, and so he said, we're about to switch up the fits and head to Club 662. It's going to be an open mic, and everybody's going to get on the mic. And he said, I said, cool, we're going to be there. And he never made it. So, he's just talking about, that's really just a snippet that they gave, about the op-ed that they want to do. And I heard, Margo, that you had agreed with me, and I know that you all probably feel the same way. Do you feel, too, like hip-hop needs an intervention?
It does.
Most definitely.
It really does.
Yeah.
I think what it used to be. It's like
These old heads need to teach these youngins something, or
And that's what it's supposed to be about.
wisdom to them, because they acting foolish out there. There's too many of them. It's a lot. I mean, there's always going to be beef, but when it gets to being violent and causing havoc and harm to others, not just themselves that's a part of it, but others that's a part of it or around them or people that hang with them, then something needs to be done.
Yeah. So I remember seeing an interview a few days ago. I can't remember exactly which rapper it was, but he was saying how, there are two sides of me. There's my rap side, and then there's my family side. Is that people remember me from how I was as a rapper. That was the life that I had to portray on screen. I had to show people or make people feel that I was this hardcore rapper and I was about their life, whatever. But me as a person, I'm as soft as a bear. Like I'm a family guy, respectful, and so. As rappers, I know they have to show that persona of being hard and this and that or whatever. I don't know who said whenever that a rapper had to look that way, like a rapper had to be the equivalent of a gangster. I don't know when that came about, but for me, rapping should really be about just talking about your lived experiences, in a different way than other people. All the songs that you hear is a poetic rhyme. Expressing how you feel. It's a poem, it's a poem. So you don't have to talk about killing somebody or, if that's your experience, that's your experience. But you don't have to degrade anybody, while you're rapping. You don't have to, be misogynistic or sexist or anything. It's an art form. And so that's when the disrespect is where a lot of danger steps into it for them is when they start being disrespectful about other people, somebody's culture, somebody's lifestyle, whatever. And then not just that, the money included. And it just it goes to a place where it don't need to be. And rapping in itself should not be about that. It shouldn't be about that.
To go off of what Bridget said, also, we cannot forget about that 3-letter word, sex, women. It's all about that also, who got the better woman, or who got, how many women, 60 women you got in your video, and this, that, and the other, and then, who, like she said, the the words they speak and are always about violence. It's all about
Right.
killing somebody or being on some one set or who's gonna be on somebody this and somebody that turf and this and that and the other. Come together. Y'all want to do something positive? Come together
Right.
Mhm. Yeah.
and put
Yeah.
positive.
I have a lot to say on this. First of all, I'm going to get this. Let's get our smile first, and then Margo, you can speak, and then I have a lot to say about this subject. So let's go ahead and get our picture for social media. Let's see how it turned out. I think that might have turned out. We'll do one more just in case. All right. I need to do this one over here. Okay. I think I got something out. Margo, you go ahead and talk, and I'll check them while you're talking.
I think too, with them going ahead and doing this intervention or whatever they want to call it exactly, you can have your stance or your viewpoint or express yourself in whatever way, as long as it's not like harmful to others. But like Bridget said, it is a poem, it is an art form, and it's all about, like your delivery too. A lot of these songs and stuff now don't really have much of a message or of a certain way to really tell your story. Stuff is just real. I don't know. It just come. I mean, not saying that life isn't harsh, but there's a different way that you can do it, where you can have an impact and you can have some weight to it or some realness in it. Because a lot of it, and then my thing is like a lot of the delivery is just real simple, real just. I don't know. Some of these rappers I look at and I say they are rapping some cat in a hat stuff. Really,
They are.
fish, red fish, blue fish. What you gonna do with this? Like, I can't feel it. And then it's like not as much effort or energy into it. But it's like they're really not talking about nothing. I mean, how many more songs do we need about cars, money, hoes, and clothes? And you know what I mean? Like, how many more songs? I mean, you got a different, you got to be different. You got to do something different. And if the older cats ain't trying to teach you how to stay in the game, stay consistent, and constantly updating yourself and them, like, y'all start reading. Like, open a book, watch a movie, get inspired by something else, or get inspired by nature, and have a different way that you rap about certain things that happen in your life. Make it interesting.
We're gonna have to do this.
End up liking your song. Somebody somewhere. And I'm not saying for those artists that's out now, but I'm just like nervous about what are they really putting out there for these young minds that can, stray.
Trash.
Yeah.
Trash.
And my son be playing, my 15-year-old be playing something, and I'm like, why is this song talking about you're gonna die? Like, no, change that song. We ain't listening to that. I mean, it's you, but I hear it too, and I don't want you to hear that.
Yeah.
Get that out of here. Like, golly, you was just 15. Ain't trying to lose your life now.
All right.
Don't feed them that message, man. Give them something hopeful or something. I mean, like,
we're gonna have to do it again because my thing is far behind. The cell phone is running forward, so let's do it again, and I'll catch it on my own over here.
Oh, yeah.
So smile for the camera, and I'll catch it on my own. So we're gonna hold it for like a few minutes. Ready? My smile is so fake.
Yeah.
Okay, it called it, but I was looking fake. Oh my God. But I'll check it in a minute. But I got a lot to say on this. Okay, let me see. Okay, yeah, I got that picture. I can use that picture there. I'm just gonna say this, and then I'll break and do this, and we can go back again. But I've watched the industry. I came in 1988, so I watched the industry transform for over 30 years. And so I came in at a time where, if you play, the first time I heard Luther Campbell in Two Live Crew, I was insulted. I was live. My producers there in Texas, they got mad at me, and we had a falling out because I wasn't used to even that kind of music, and the things that I went through. So I had to make a big transition to deal with hip hop on different levels. And it was during a time when record labels had more responsibility. You had artist development at labels, and when artist development, they cut the budgets and they took artist development a lot away. That's when you automatically start having big changes in the entertainment industry. And then, we've talked about it before, the will to send people into the prison system. That's when they changed music. They took it away from positive hip hop. All your female rappers, your Queen Latifahs, Moni Loves, MC Lights, all of them, they took all that away. They took away all your Big Daddy Kanes, all your gosh, I can't even think of something right this moment. Everything that was just fun and knowledgeable, they took away all of that, and just made it into street, what they were calling gangster rap. And from there, it just became kill, 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 and sex, 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 because they figure it's the only thing that somebody wants to hear. And then it came to a point where the record labels, when the bubble popped in 2008, 2009, a lot of my reps that I dealt with for years left the industry. A lot of younger people came in to fill a lot of those positions. Another thing is what happened, but also they changed the way that they were handling things at labels, and they made you, because you had the Justin Biebers and people like that who got on social media, got numbers, and they started looking at that as being more impressive, is that you could get your own numbers on social media. So here comes all the social media stars and influencers in every area of entertainment now. So hip hop is no different. They did the exact same thing. I flossing, watch me, my money, my cars, my women. It became that same old thing that they saw the people doing, but except the only thing is they went a little far with it. And you're right. When you see somebody with stacks of cash on social media, there's somebody out there who wants to take it from them. And so that's where we are now. It's the social media game that took away all the professionalism of the industry.
Sure.
One more thing I got to mention. Another thing that kind of is playing a little bit of part of it is game banking.
Yeah.
Game is a real heavy too.
Mm-hmm.
Or who's this, who's that. And that's part of the hip hop world now. And who's on this side, who's on that side, or like what the money, poverty.
Well, Veronica, they started believing their own hype.
Oh yeah.
They started believing their own hype.
Yeah.
And that's when it went all wrong. All wrong. I'm trying to get this for us so I can get it up on social media real quick. I think
What is it that you loved about hip hop? I loved hip hop when there wasn't no cursing, a lot of cursing in it, and you could understand the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
In my kids, that's why I love hip hop. Now,
I loved it more when it wasn't so misogynistic. It wasn't all the. I mean, it's no fun to be listening to a song and it's got some really good music, and then you listen in, and they talking about what they want to do to somebody that's so nasty and vulgar, or shooting somebody or something like that. You're like, okay, you just took away my whole groove. I was in it. I was in it. And all of a sudden, this. It just does something to you. And I'm saying another thing that bugs me too. When you listen to the radio these days, you hear a song coming on, you're like, oh, that's my jam. And there's only the sample beginning. And here comes some
I do it all the time.
that's being wrapped over it. Some trash.
All the time. All the time.
So I'm like, really?
My sons be like, Mom, don't pay attention to the words. I like the beat. So I'm just letting you know now, but I don't care.
We just need to have songs that are just beats. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I did the same thing with my mom. I did the same thing with my mom the other day, like yesterday. So Doja Cat, she has a song out called Vegas, and it's basically like a remake of Elvis Presley's Hound Dog.
Mm-hmm.
I love it because how they do it or whatever. It's the I guess the chorus or the beat of it, whatever. That plus she raps, like, so it's the breakdown and then she raps to it. But the way she did it, I love it. I can definitely feel it and relate to it. I say it's the woman's perspective of Elvis's interpretation of a hound dog. Like, he made being a hound dog or being a dog kind of, cool. Whereas like Doja Cat came in and did the woman's perspective on what it is to be a dog or a player or whatever. So I like the different perspectives. But I let my mom hear it, and I was like, "This is a remake of Elvis Presley's Hound Dog." And when she started hearing it, she was like, "I think I'll stick with Elvis's interpretation better." She even though she could probably relate to what Doja Cat was saying, the rapping just threw it all off for her. Like, if she only heard the chorus part of the breakdown, she probably would have been okay. And if Elvis had came back in and started, they had actually had Elvis singing, his part, mixed in with it, she probably just flipped. But no, she just can't handle it. She can handle it.
Well, you know something that I tried with Doja Cat. I'm still not over her little thing that she went through, where she was she didn't know whether she wanted to be black or white and everything, and she was in that chat room with those racist cats talking about black people and everything, and she was trying to find herself during that, and then she found herself in videos with Saweetie and people like that. And I just said to myself, and then the same thing happened when it comes time to win the big awards like Billboard. Doja Cat wins. I mean, typical. But I'm still trying with her, because I'm sorry, I can't get over the fact of her being in that doggone chat room talking about black folks. I ain't there with her yet. I'm trying. I'm trying. Y'all remember that? Oh, yeah, that was a little bit of a scandal for a moment there. And she had just done trying to figure out what it was before she was with Sweetie and all that, but she had, who was in the video that I really liked at the beginning? Was it Nicki Minaj or somebody? I can't remember who was in. And everybody's kind of like looking at her like, "What's up, Doja? What's going on?" And she had to kind of answer for it, but still the answer wasn't quite good enough for me. I'm still like, okay. Anyway.
I promise you, I don't even begin to say lives like that. If I hear the music, I like it, good. If I don't, on to the next. I try my best not to immerse myself in people's lives like that, just because.
But that was irresponsible. Normally,
I completely understand that. I completely understand that.
Was really irresponsible. You trying to get the black community to get behind you and support you, and you sitting there talking. She was talking about Sandra Bland. You know what happened with Sandra Bland and the Dallas area and all that. Mm-hmm. And she's talking some deep stuff. They were talking about it. I'm like, wait a minute, girl, hold up now. So it was just that. But I'm trying because I think she does have some talent,
I think when you find that people do that, it's like it's part of that self-hatred where they don't want to identify as who they are, because of the stigma that Black people really have, good and bad. We have many stigmas and stereotypes against us, and a lot of times you want to be able to break free from those stereotypes just by breaking away from that culture, or that race, that racial identity or mark or whatever. I think that's the same thing that what's that chick name? I can't stand her. The one she's always going off on Black people. The Black chick. What's her name?
I know you talk about names.
Know what I'm talking about? Because it don't matter what the situation is. She always finds a way to dog and bash Black people.
She needs some attention.
And I think it's that, but it's also a bit of self-hatred there. I think anybody who can talk about their own race to a point where you actually act like an Uncle Ruckus, there's a lot of self-hatred there. So that's something that she has to get over and get some counseling for.
Right.
It's gonna bother me till I remember that girl's name, because she ruins herself getting out there every time.
Every time.
Of her mouth. Yeah, because of her mouth. But she has been in with some big artists, and she just remains as a big mouthpiece out there, because her music, she can't seem to get it going because that mouth gets in the way.
Yeah, I mean, she would have a lot of good points if she remained objective. What is that girl name? Now I'm not gonna be able to sleep if I don't think of her name.
I don't care if it's in the middle of the night. I'm gonna find the girl name because it's bothering me now that I don't remember her name.
When it comes to her, she's coming back to y'all in chat, so y'all might as well get ready to hit your phone. Say ding.
Right, it'll be in the middle of the night.
She's like the Black Kevin Samuels. She's like the woman version of Kevin Samuels. That's what I know for sure. She is.
I'm gonna find her name in a few minutes because it's right on the tip of my tongue, and I know we talking about the same person.
Candace. Her name is Candace something. Candace.
She a rapper or she a talk?
She's not a lobbyist.
Oh, I know you're talking about. I thought you were talking about the rapper. Can't remember the rapper's name. But you talking about?
I'm like, she talking about Candace Owens.
Candace Owens. Yeah.
Yes. I like Candace pretty well because she's bold. I like the fact that she decides what she wants to say.
I'm not all the way on her side or all the way against her.
Right.
I'm just in the middle. I'll listen to some of the stuff she says, and some of the stuff makes sense, but some of the other stuff is like,
I like that she is bold enough to do the things that people only think about.
Right.
And that's what I love about her. When she has something to say, she ain't afraid at all. And she states it. Now, once in a while, she's pushing too hard. I'm like, girl, go sit down.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like, okay, if you're going to speak your mind, by all means, do so. Be a strong Black woman, stand on your platform, by all means. But at least be objective in what you're saying, because there are two sides to every story. Actually, it's three. It's your side, my side, it's the truth.
Right.
And everybody's truth is different from everybody else's. So at least if you're going to report anything, you're supposed to be objective in how you come off. Not saying that you're for Black people, or you're against Black people, or you're for white people, or you're against white people. I don't care about that stance at all. What I want you to do is be objective about what you're saying.
South Us, we were talking about the Black female rapper who we never hear music from her, but we always hear her in everybody's argument. She has these big arguments with people all the time, and I cannot pull her name.
Jaguar, or I'm thinking of
not Jaguar.
The other one, Kia.
You're getting closer.
Kia, whatever her name is. You used to that my neck, my back, whatever her.
Oh, not Kaya.
Oh, Kaya.
Not her. Yeah, I heard that I was in a beef with Kaya one time. I was like, what? No, I'm not beefing with her. Somebody told me back some time ago. I'm like, no, I'm not beefing with Kaya. But Let's see who. Oh gosh, I'm gonna pull it out. I'm gonna pull this person's name out. Like I said, it might be in the middle of the night, but she always beefing with different rappers, but we never hear her music. But she's beefing with folks all the time, and so.
But yeah, that with Candace Owens, I pulled it up because I think it was something that popped up on my phone talking about like her net worth or whatever. But then I read the backstory and be like, oh, it makes a little bit more sense when you hear about family life and stuff like that. Because she actually, her parents gave her up and she lived with her grandparents. So she had, it was a time or two. I think she probably even went back to live with her dad, I think. But she still ended up going back to her grandparents. So it's a lot behind it. And I was like, okay, that's making sense to me now. Maybe that's what helped shape her viewpoint. Not saying that they're all wrong, but that's probably where
But
something that
Candace says the things that I was saying last week. The whole thing about her, when I look at her, is that remember I said people have an expectation of what a Black person is, especially in America. We're supposed to be all going to church. We're all Democrats. We're all thinking the same thing all the time. And you can't be an independent person in this. They put you in a box. And if you're not that, then you're looked at strange, but you're looked at strange by Black people, not necessarily other races of people. You looked at strange by Black people. And I just said that that's really wrong. We have fought to have independent rights for so many years, and then to have them taken away because you're not consenting to be in the box. And that's what I like about Candace, is because she's not afraid to speak her mind on anything. She doesn't let anybody put her in a box. And that's very admirable to me that she has the nerve to do these things. I don't agree with every point of these things, because some things I'd be like,
right.
okay, girl,
Yeah.
we don't need that conversation right now, but for the most part, I'm with it, that when she stands up, she'll sit down. I saw her sitting down with President Trump, and I was like, go girl, get it. She's not afraid to say whatever she needs to say,
Stuff like that.
But if I could, it's almost still coming to me, the female rapper, but we're gonna move on and it come back to me. Then it comes back, but I am so mad that I cannot remember that female rapper's name. But it's gonna come back to me. Something I don't know why. That's not Allegra. That's Allegra. No. It'll have to come to me. It'll have to come to me. And I had another story. Let me see if I can find it. We're gonna get out of the tea, because I have ran downstairs during the tea and everything. So I'm just like this. I'm not gonna get into this. I was going to talk about Elon Musk and Twitter. Only thing I'll say is that a lot of people had quit, and they say, "Oh no, he's saying he got bigger days," and I think he just reinstated Trump. I just have to see. I got to look. I think that he did reinstate Trump, and so that's going to be interesting. Because I'm sorry, I used to live for Trump's tweets, because he be putting his foot in people's ass, and I love it. He'd be like, bam, right in their ass, and he don't care. And so I used to live with them tweets. But then, Veronica, you and I were talking about earlier, the young singer, B. Smith. He died this week, and it was his brother Denzel went on social media and talked about him. He's a young man. I think was he discovered social media? I'm trying to see here, but he was known for some of the cover music that he did, like he did Miguel's Quickie, he did Rihanna's Stay, but then he also had music with 2 Chainz, and so he had other stuff that was coming out that he was doing on his own. So, he had a lot of notoriety, and he passed away of a liver condition this week. And so rest in peace to him, and of course, our condolences to his family. But I'm not even going to try to get into any more of these things. I'm going to get off this site here and move on to us going into the living room, because I know I end up taking a long time, and then my system over here do something trippy. So let me go ahead, and it looks like I can play the outbound commercials, and so we're going to do that. So I will see y'all in the living room in a few minutes. Y'all hang on tight. We're going in. Hey, welcome back. And it's time for the living room. I was just sitting here thinking just now, we're finally leveling out. But when the show started, it was like a hailstorm of fury. It's everything that was going on. I'm tripping. And now we are leveling out pretty decently. So I ain't gonna say too much. We're just gonna move on. So welcome to the living room. Tonight's topic, since in light of Thanksgiving, coming up next week, we just decided to say, are you thankful? And why? And we'll get into that and see how people feel about, what's going on. Are they thankful or grateful? And, things that they would like to see happen next week in their holidays, and get into all of that. So welcome y'all to the living room.
Hello, everybody.
Hey.
Y'all, I may not be with y'all too much longer.
Your phone dying? Yeah, I actually put mine on charge, but it looks like it's still dying. So something ain't right. Because it's still gonna go. They're still going down in the opposite way. So we may not be hanging out in this living room too long. But I just wanted to get into that. This is that time of the year where everybody is thinking in reflection, about how the year was, the things that are going on in their life right this moment, and we just stopping to assess and say, are you thankful? Are you grateful? And how do you see some things that you want to get done and you see needing to get done or having to get done? How do you see making things better for your world? Who wants to start on this one? I don't want to point anybody, because sometimes people need to get their thoughts right. So who wants to start on this one?
We're going to give it to Bridget this time. Sorry, girl. I just had to.
Okay.
I showed you say Margo.
Yeah, I always say, Margo, you go first. I'm like, huh?
I sure was about to call out your name too, Maya.
Well, Bridget, since you were nominated, what you got?
Okay, so my camera's doing all types of crazy stuff over here now. But come on, can y'all see me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm back. Okay. Quite honestly, I have to look at my life now in the perspective of where I was a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And looking back, I can definitely say this year has been very rough. Um, especially for my kids, me and my kids. And it's just because of the transitions that we've really been going through. But I can definitely say we're in a better place. Um, physically, we're in a very good place. Um, we're still working on the emotional part and the spiritual parts of that. And I think it's because we're all growing. Um, I had two kids turn teenagers this year.
Wow.
Well, one turned, yeah. No, no, one turned 14 this year. So he was a teenager last year. So I have a 14-year-old now and a 13-year-old. And yeah, so the hormones from them alone is just out of this world. So I'm
Get up
dealing with
one thing
hormonal
out.
kids. I'm dealing with hormonal kids. That's just two of them. And I'm dealing with at least 20 to 30 different personalities because everybody has at least two. Everybody has at least two personalities. So
Right.
this year has definitely been full of drama, emotional drama, um, and just issues where I'm trying to get them to be more comfortable growing up and taking on more responsibility.
Right.
So, am I thankful or grateful for that process? I could complain, but I'm not, just because thank God they're alive. Thank
Right.
God they're healthy. Thank God that they are not in a position to have to go hungry or begging for food or begging for shelter or any of that. So on that note, my life is crazy. My kids are crazy. But thank God they're here.
All right.
Um, yeah, and that's really all I can say. Like, thank God I'm here. Thank God my kids are here, safe, they're healthy,
Right.
and
That's all
everything else is small potatoes.
right. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well, thank you, Bridget, for that. Margo, Veronica, which one of y'all are next?
Mine is short and sweet. I'll go. Mine is short and sweet.
Okay.
I can say, looking back, I mean, I think about this every day, y'all. I really do think about this every day. Um, 3 years, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, December the 9th will be 4 years. Um, I got sick and I was in a coma for like 5 days. And I still look at somebody took a picture of me while I was laying up there with all those tubes and stuff, and I still look at that picture to this day, and I thank God each and every day. The trials and tribulations that I go through, I thank God that I'm here to go through those trials and tribulations. Because I'm learning from my trials and my tribulations. You know, like Rich said earlier, we complain, but what's the need of complaining? Just thank God that you're here.
Right.
You know, any day above ground, above water, I didn't say I'm above water and above ground. I thank God for it.
Yep.
My circle is small, but I thank God for those people that are in my life. New ones, old ones. I've like had people have passed away that was really close to me, and I wish them with me, but I know God don't make any mistakes. So, and I know He loves us all. And He loves us best. And if I keep praying and doing what I'm supposed to do, I will see them again. I, I'm grateful.
Yeah.
I'm grateful I have a roof over my head. My health is it's not perfect, but I am grateful that I'm here. Like I'm doing, I'm breathing, I'm smiling,
Right.
cutting up.
Good enough.
I am being me. Tanya, hush your mouth. But I am being and I thank God for it. I can't thank Him enough. I just cannot thank God enough. I am grateful. I still have my sisters, I still have my family here with me. And without them, I don't know where I will be. I thank God for the roof over my house. My house it need work, but I thank God for it. Um, I'm thanking my cousin for giving me the chance to express myself. Cause wow, Tanya, it's been since what 2000 what
4,
14?
5. Oh, 14. What do you mean when we did
No,
Take Songs before?
when we was on the radio station.
Yeah, that was like 14, 15, 14, 15.
Honey, let me tell you, delivery there. You hear me? Cause Tanya can tell you, I won't say nothing. I
Yeah,
won't.
she was scared to talk.
No.
I was.
Now she not.
No.
At all.
No, Tanya brought that out. Tanya brought me out.
Thank you.
No, well, Tanya, I do have to tell you, I have to take this back to this one particular night on the radio station.
Uh-huh.
I'm not gonna be ugly. I'm not gonna be ugly, but this female she rubbed that lamp the wrong way. When she rubbed that lamp, that genie came out, and it wasn't pretty, honey. It was not pretty, and I think that's what boosted me up because
Right.
I cussed out the young man that was he had a little something to say too. I cussed him out. Look, and I'm sorry, I do have to apologize. She lost a couple of people off the show because I guess the old Veronica, that quiet
No,
person, when she
I didn't feel
came,
that.
she disrupted.
Yeah, I didn't feel that. And apparently it had to be somebody who was irritating me because I don't remember. I'll remember. And to me, it would be like, it had to be somebody who was getting under my skin too. So,
Yeah, but like I said, I thank Time for giving me the opportunity to be on the show. I'm
you're
grateful,
welcome. You're welcome.
and like I said, I just want to thank God that I'm here, and hope to have many, many more come, to the show and be able to express, more than I am today.
Right. Okay, thank you, Veronica. And you're quite welcome. I've enjoyed having you on. We're trying to do that repeating thing.
Yeah, a little bit.
Do I have something over here?
Did I do that?
So she can hear that coming from there.
I'm trying to make sure I got stuff down over here again. Okay, Margo.
Man, it's a lot. I think both of them said a lot. And some of my stuff is along the lines of the same things that they had said. But I am thankful for God's grace, because sometimes, not fully aware of how heavy or hard I can be on my own self. But, some things I have to remind myself it's not up to me. It's that, gotta accept and receive the grace that God gives me for certain things. Because sometimes I'll be like, no, you shouldn't have did this. Nobody, it just not necessarily trying to be a perfectionist, but just, because I know better, I want to do better, but I still have to remind myself that you are human. You, you will fail at some things sometimes, but that's just with you failing for you to improve, for you to work on something to get better, to be better, over time. So I'm thankful for God's grace, and allowing myself and give myself grace on some things. Um, Secondly, I'm thankful for the heart and the spirit that God has given me, to key in on certain things when I see it or when I sense it or when I feel it. Um, just like yesterday, I heard a kid that's not even in my classroom, in an infant classroom, just crying and yelling, and I'm just like, you know what? I can't just sit here and not check on and see what's going on. So I stepped out and I said, let's switch. Give me her, and you come stand in my classroom because all my kids are asleep. So I just held her baby, and I walked and I talked and I sung and I, just did things like because he just needed to feel that closeness and that love. And when you do that, they calm down. When you do certain little things that that you want somebody to do for your child, it, it just works. But you just key in to those things like it came natural to me. And even for adults to sense certain things with the type of heart that God has given me in adults to, you know, like, you know what, just calm down, give me your hands, let's pray right now.
Oh
Like
yeah.
I was going to really end up praying for somebody today, and not only did it touch the person I was praying for, but it touched the person behind me that heard it and started making them tear up. So I'm discovering more about thankful for starting to become more of myself versus what other people think or want me to be or this, that, and the other. And thankful for family, for friends, for you know becoming my true self and not have to hide behind nothing, to live easy, breezy, and free to a certain extent. And just thankful for any kind of kindness. It's rare now. It's really rare now. Just all of that. Family, friends, love, 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 and love there. All of that.
I know that's right. Thank you, Margo. Makes sense to me. It's all love, love, love. Well, first of all, I'll be grateful if I can get through this without Spectrum, my phone, or something going off. I mean, we're gonna start there. We're gonna start right there. 'Cause every time I think about how this show started off tonight, I'm like, what? You couldn't tell me that I was gonna be going to hell a balloon like that. It's off the chain. But what I was thinking about is Thanksgiving last year, and I had you all doing a show, and I remember, uh, you think about like a year, and you're the following year, and you look back, you're like, oh my God, a lot has happened. And that's how I kind of feel, like, oh my God, there's a lot in that 1 year. And so I remember we got to Thanksgiving last year, and I didn't know what was wrong with me, but I was starting to lose the weight, and I was like, I thought I had this severe asthma. Remember, I started the first year, I was sick all the time, thinking I had this severe asthma, and it kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse, and then the devastating things, the I'm just going to call it what it is it was the execution of my great nephew, DeMarco. And, all that happened, and the depression there, and then just getting sicker and sicker and sicker. What I'm grateful for now is to be on the other side of so much that happened from the death to to my sickness, to everything that happened, the moving that I had to, it was a lot of stuff. And I'm just so grateful to be on the other side of that. Not saying that nothing will ever happen again. I know that God gives us the grace to get through. He didn't say that nothing would ever happen, but He gives us the grace to get through the things that do happen. And I'm very, very glad to have gotten through the things that have happened. But to know now more what I'm dealing with health wise, just to know more now, I feel considerably different than I did last year. I feel like I'm more educated about me even. I never really thought it would have been severe heart failure that was dragging me, but there's another side to this. I mean, I don't feel good every day. I had some rough days this week, but I've been feeling a lot better than this beforehand. I'm also taking my Heart Body Natural supplement. I'm going to do this like I'm doing the PSA. This is my Heart and Body natural. They're hbnaturals.com. And I have to say, in these packs, those stuff, there's like 9 herbs in here, ranging from ashwagandha to turmeric to beet powder. I have to say, on a daily basis, when I drink this, I have been feeling so much better over the last 2 weeks. And I just say, something starts working for you, keep going with it. And that's where I am right now. I haven't talked about HB Naturals yet, but I'll talk about it more as time goes on, because I'm a person where I like to try something first. I like to see how it works with me. And I can honestly say I've been feeling a lot better. They're superfoods. And I've been feeling like but not speeding up like not the Energizer Bunny, but just feeling like I got some strength and I can go on. And so I've been looking at that and feeling thankful that my body is feeling better. And then I look back with the show. I'm thankful that those of you all who have believed in the product enough to be here are here, and I like the things that we've been able to do in a year's time. When I can play them, we have our visuals and stuff, our posters and stuff, and I do have some ideas, because now, Veronica, you asked me about putting stuff on the cup. I could do print on demand anytime I want. I do print on demand, put it on coffee cups and stuff like that, because it's one of the projects that I'm going to be doing this year. So it is fun stuff that I'm doing now. And then I think that everything that I've been through has given me the courage to do the project that I can't talk about on the air, but I can talk about it off the air. It's given me the courage to walk back out there and do this particular project that I'm doing behind the scenes. So I'm thankful for my fam. We've had a lot of illnesses and things and death in my family, but everybody is sticking and hanging in there and supporting one another. And I am grateful to them as well. So, and I'm grateful that I'm finishing talking, because I couldn't breathe. So let's just go.
Now, can you do me a favor and take a breath?
I know, right?
Thank you, man.
I'm thankful too. When I go to the stores now, I don't care how bad I feel. Like today at Sam's, I did not feel like pushing that cart, and the rolling cart was there. It was the only cart there. There was no rolling cart. So I got in the rolling cart, and I lied to you not. I rolled in the store, I looped around and came back. So the man said, well, what's wrong? Is something wrong? I said, no. I said, I promised myself that I'm going to walk from now on, and I'm going to push through, even if I have to take one step in 5 minutes. He laughed. He says, well, just sit down there until some carts come. And he's like, I don't want you falling out now. So I sat and waited for one cart to come, and then I rolled him out of the store. And somewhere in that walking, I told myself, you should have taken that rolling cart, but I said, no, push through, because I'm trying to get this heart trained again. I'm trying to get this heart
yeah, I understand that, but you can't train that heart and land out on that floor either.
I know my limit to where if I have to stop stopped the cart, and I know how to tell people. Just like I was headed into that hospital 2 years ago, and I couldn't even make it into the hospital doors. I saw two ladies. I waved them down. I said, "I can't make it in. Could you get somebody?" And they had nurses running up before me. I know how to ask for help, you know. And so if I had to lay down on the floor in Sam's and say, "Somebody come get me," but I just have to. I knew I had the strength to do it, and I said, "Push on through. Just push on through," you
Right.
know. And so I went ahead and did it.
Well, thank God for pushing.
Yeah.
And hot photo person, I got to get hot photo person out of here. I'm gonna go ahead and
Yeah,
bot
it
these
might be a
cruises.
bot or something again.
Yeah, hot photo bot, and probably not hot at all because if they're not looking at one of the women on this panel, they ain't hot at all. How about that? Take that, take that. Well, I'm gonna ask you all really, where do you want to see yourself in another year's time?
Ooh.
Where
Ooh.
do you want to see yourself?
Smiling on the island with a margarita. But no, honestly, just more excited, learning even that much more about myself. You know,
Okay.
that much more strengths, that much more, how to combat those weaknesses and stuff like that. Like just seeing where life takes me if I really do push forward and apply myself,
Mhm.
and just learning even that much more. Um, that I possibly can about the world. Some things that I've always been interested in, that just to pick up, to really start applying and studying my Bible and learning a whole lot from that. Um, and just you know, trying to really live and enjoy life with my boys
Mhm.
and help them pursue their dreams and stuff like that. So
All right.
that's
Right.
each year make that a couple of more things, some more progress. Each year make some progress.
Right. You know, and I didn't mention this just now, but I'll say this because I'm still not done yet. I'm thankful that I have kind of like a new body. I'm not done with it yet. And I'm thankful too that the words that they spoke to me, they run in my head. uh, about the defibrillator runs in my head, and it says to prevent sudden death. And those are the scariest words. And I used to cry when I say it. And so I'm getting to a point now where I'm getting better about it because I can see my courage coming back. That I take it off at different times of the day, um, and I feel okay. Which at first I didn't. So I'm happy. New body is improving, and I got some things on I still want to do. And so I am looking forward to the next calendar year. I want to be in Paris. Who's
Oh,
going to Paris?
me, I was
Okay.
first.
Yes. I want to see it. I can see Margo's gonna go to every shop. So I gotta
Yeah,
get ready for Margo shopping. Margo's gonna go to every shop. But we're going to Paris. We gotta go to Paris.
yeah, yeah.
That's something
I
I'm
just want to
dead
be.
serious
I,
with.
I, I just want to be at peace and happy. Um, I just want to be able to enjoy life
Hmm.
to the
Right.
fullest. Live day as if tomorrow's not. As it's not promised to us.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to live my day to the fullest. And I just hope it. I just have a better. Like I said, be at peace and happy by next year this time. And more mobile, because I'm gonna be on the go. I catch up with y'all out day as I'm coming off the cruise. I say, hey, where y'all at? Y'all said y'all at Paris. I'll be there in about 32 hours. I'll see y'all in about 32 hours.
Mhm.
Because I'm going to have to catch
You know
up with
what?
y'all.
You know, Veronica, what I am also having to relearn is what makes me happy.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can put that away for so long. You got to get back to it.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Like the little things, the littlest things.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What makes me happy.
My girlfriend is well, as we speak, she's home. Well, she called me a while ago and I couldn't answer it. She was looking up cruises to take next year
Right.
because she wants to do a sister cruise.
Right.
So matter of fact, she's leaving out Monday. Yeah, Sunday night, Monday morning, something like that. They're going on a cruise for about 7 days. And she said for me to be ready when she gets back, because they we'll go ahead and start paying on it so we can go on a cruise next year. So that's one of my goals. I'm gonna
I'll be
start.
up on the dot waiting for you. Because, like the words that my father used to say, I can't drink that much water. I'll be
It
up on
ain't
the dot.
nothing to it. It ain't nothing to it. Well, Tanya, do you like to fly?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the difference? Because
It's
you ain't got the
because
wings. You ain't
I
got the
always
wings.
imagine myself jumping on one of the mountains. I have done it
You
time
don't
and
have
time
the
again.
wings,
I'm telling
though.
you, I have already imagined myself when I'm flying over, like I'm going out west and we hit the mountains. I have watched it and I said, I'm going to something happen. I'm going to jump out of the plane and grab onto the mountain. And I'm going to have to fight a goat, because a mountain goat. I'm going to fight a goat in order to,
Fight a goat.
Impossible.
or me and that mountain goat, we're going to have a relationship to kill the mountain
Tanya,
lion. Me and the
Tanya,
mountain goat are going to kill the mountain lion.
you them goats and them damn monkeys. Something's wrong with you.
Yeah,
Something.
yeah. Maybe that's why I'm studying the monkeys so much.
Probably. I don't know. Probably. I don't know.
Y'all, hey, y'all, check this out. I love her to death, but I'm about to disown her.
Because
I'm about to disown her. I'm about to disown her for real.
Wait, Zach is saying hi to all of us ladies. Hey,
Hey,
Zach.
Becky! Come and get her. Please come get your friend. Something's wrong with
I
her
can't
and the
help it.
monkeys.
Jesus.
I can't help it. I mean, I was just entertained. I'm entertained with those monkeys. And I'll tell y'all this and I'm going to get off of it. I saw the best little monkey video yesterday because some of those little baby monkeys, they mean and they have temper tantrums. And I was glad one of them, he overshot. He was having a tantrum on a tree limb. He was going off. He just going off, right? And then one of the big monkeys snatched him. And she got the biting on him and everything. And I have never seen one do this before. But he was like,
Them faces.
he was like, I overshot this. I didn't think this through. He was like, okay. He wouldn't. He was like scared to move. He knew he gonna get jacked up. So he was.
And Tanya be imitating.
I'm laughing at you and I'm laughing at his next comment.
Tanya be imitating the monkeys like.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm laughing at you.
Zach said when he says when she gets to talking about them damn monkeys, them damn monkeys, I just hang up on her.
See, Zach, I be doing the same thing. I be like, Lord, Tanya, I got a phone call.
It is just so interesting,
Girl, let me
y'all.
call you back. I'm gonna get you back in a few minutes. I'll call you right back.
It's so interesting. I promise you, it's just so interesting. I love watching animal behavior. It just explains so much.
Well, I can't tell no lie because when I see the monkeys, I start watching them and I'm like, oh my God. I said, let me send this to Tanya right quick.
He does. And I'm like, girl, what is happening is this. You can't touch the babies. The mother snatches them back. Let me tell you what happened to the other monkey. I give it a whole blow by blow of what happened because it's just interesting to me. I can't help it.
And I be
It's
sitting
just
on the other side of that, on the other side of my phone saying, shaking my head. I be just shaking my head.
It has helped me
What is wrong with her?
to
Zach,
laugh about some
Zach,
things.
please go buy her a monkey. Zach,
I
go
really
buy
don't
her
want
a
it.
monkey.
Except for this tall one that I've seen. I still gotta show y'all that video. That monkey tripped me out the way it talked. And the way it was like it looked around and saw somebody and whoop, 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 whoop. I was like, oh boy. And then when it walked off funny. I said, oh my
Margo,
God.
get your friend.
It was hilarious. Oh y'all, but y'all hasn't seen it. I'm gonna make a compilation for y'all one day. Just so you can see it. I just haven't had the time, but one day I'm gonna make a compilation so you can see the things that have been entertaining me.
Look,
And
I
then
had a
also, like I
client.
said last week, a lot of, like I take some downtime to watch some shows. It's like a lot of things they only came back on for like a second. And they're already going on these winter breaks and stuff like that. I'm like, okay. It's really weird how some stuff
My
is
shows
just.
get ready to come to an end, Tanya.
Which one?
Labria.
Really? Is that one going off on
Labria.
money?
It's going to come to an end, yes.
See,
But it's gonna come back. I think it's gonna come back in February.
And that's what's been happening. Shows have been doing that. So that's why I said I've been watching Hulu. And now that I switched to T-Mobile, I get Netflix for a whole year. So I'm going to start looking, see what's on there. But, just this other project that I've been working on has been taking me away from everything. And, some things like that. I will listen to myself repeat. So I'm not talking
a little bit.
Yeah. I talk too much. Bridget, what do you see for the next year for you?
I sure been in with no monkeys.
I have 9 monkeys over here. I don't need no more. No more.
Well, add one. You got one right there, Tanya.
I don't need any more. To ship them all off to Africa somewhere. Shit, I can't deal with them.
Oh Lord.
But,
oh Lord.
For me, I think I see myself being more at peace in what is going on around and within me. It's like I be on the go so much to the point where I never have time to focus on finding peace within myself. It's hard to find contentment when you can't even find time to breathe, So, and it's like, for me, I can get overwhelmed at some point because I don't have time to just focus on me. Mm-hmm. So I'm really working on finding that place of peace where I'm just content, regardless of what's going on. I plan on having my kids in a better position emotionally, mentally, where they are now. I want to see a difference in them, not just their behavior, but knowing that they're okay. We're still in this transition, with the divorce, and now they're going to their fathers, on different weekends. So that could become a tumultuous situation when they know that mommy and daddy is separated, but one baby want the parents to be back together, and so people start acting out, and it's just a crazy situation. So I want to make sure that my kids are okay, knowing this is a permanent situation.
Bridget, you tripped me out the other week when you were like, you had a night to yourself, and Bridget was ready to go around the world that night.
Bags packed, I was ready. I promise you. That was like the next day, so I couldn't catch my flight fast enough.
All you needed was this, like, it's coming in the future. Remember, I talked to y'all about those teleporters that we're going to have in the future, where in a few seconds you can get over somewhere else. Bridget would have been all over the world on it one night.
I promise you, I'm getting one as soon as they come out.
The first stop, Bridget, would have been the first stop would be for me. I'm been in New Orleans on Bourbon Street, girl.
Really?
Bourbon Street is the street to be on.
Man, I want to go. When you say that, you make me think about Amsterdam. I want to go to Amsterdam. I want to see
That'd
that.
be interesting.
My first
Hate
stop
Bourbon
to
Street.
be now. I've been exploring my ancestry, so I've it's another site that I just found this past week. It's called My True Ancestry. If it is a realistic, valid site, which I believe it is, the places on there that's lining up with my ancestry, I decided I'm going to go to those places. I'm going to visit those places. So on my bucket list of places to go are going to be the stops along my ancestral journey.
Right.
So that's definitely in the works for the near future. Finishing my doctorate, definite plan for the near future. Becoming a published poet, that's in the near future. So I have a few things that I want to be able to have done by 2025. So
Right.
I got some plans for sure.
There you go.
Definite plans is gonna get done.
I ain't mad at you. Got some plans too, and I've decided to execute some things. Like I've been waiting to move forward with the hydration, but I said, you got some things you can move forward on your own right now. So please do. And that's where I am. I'm not up to waiting for anything anymore right now. So I feel excited about it. Like, let's go.
Good.
Like I'm ready to run. Let's go. What about you, Veronica? And other Margo, did you say where you wanted to be within the next year? You and Veronica, did you say that?
Oh
Well,
yeah,
next year, I just wanted, like I said, I just wanted to be happy, be in my happy spot, my happy place. Yeah. I'm still working on me. But other than that, I'm just gonna be in my happy. I want to be in my happy place. I just want to be
I
happy.
think I didn't remember what you said, because I remember thinking, what is happy for me? And then I had to reestablish what all that is going to entail.
Well,
So,
I'm still on my weight loss journey. I don't know. I know the numbers, but I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna tell that later. Later. But anyway, I'm still on my weight loss journey, and like I said, I'm doing this, and a little bit of this, that. My stress level used to be here. Now it's like right here.
Good.
It's coming down. My stress level's coming down. So after a while, it's gonna be way down here. And when it gets down here, I'm bringing out the champagne. Bringing out champagne.
I thought about that when I was in the store today. I was in Sam's and I was passing by all the wine and all of that stuff, and I was like, "Oh, that looks good." I thought about it. You ain't got clearance. Keep walking.
But I got you. I got you. I got
Gotta
your
wait
share.
till I get cleared before I do it.
I got your share.
Okay. Well, y'all, I think we're gonna get ready to wrap it up. We've hit that 2:02 hour mark, and it's a shame that the first 30 minutes here was just cuckoo crazy, but we made it through.
Yeah.
And
Yes, we're thankful. Yes.
yeah, we are.
Thankful that we made it through.
Grateful. So I tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to a quick break, and we'll be back in just a few moments to end the show. And I didn't mean to do that one. That's over there to show. You see, every technical thing happening to me tonight.
Yeah, I didn't see that, but I was like, well.
But you know what? I could have played it off and just let the living room roll out like that. But I decided to save some time and let's just get into the commercial. Here we go. Did it go?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
See you.
And this. Well, since I didn't get a chance to play it at the beginning, I decided to play it now. But okay, as we get ready to zoom out of here, I think pretty much, Veronica, you saying that everybody's going to be kind of doing their own thing for Thanksgiving in your family?
Yeah, yeah. Yana's gonna go hang out at her dad's house, and the Monique, she probably end up with Yana. I'm gonna be here. Me and my son, he's gonna do something for us, and call him Magic Chef this year.
Okay.
So, and I'm excited. I'm really excited.
Good.
But
Good.
we'll do our own thing. I'm going to the liquor store Wednesday night though.
I know that's right.
I got to go. I ain't.
But Margo, you probably said your plans too, but I was going through a lot during that time. So what is your happening for you next week?
Next week, just relaxing and
You're
stuff.
breaking, that's right.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take it all in and try to get caught up on some stuff I need to finish around here. And
my project that I haven't talked to you about.
Oh yeah, and your project now that it gave me something else to do. But, also got Thanksgiving at my aunt's house with my boys and my mom and stuff. So,
okay.
So like that.
Cool. Bridget, what is your happening to your week?
Well, not too much with 9 kids being at home for a whole week and 2 weekends.
And they were
she got it down to 2 weekends.
They will prep everything for y'all. You will have all your kids in the kitchen helping you cook.
I tried that last year, and it was a freaking dumpster fire. I'm just gonna put it I put everything on video, and I put it on. I have what's that? TikTok. It's Mom Life 10.0, and yeah, my videos from Chris from last Thanksgiving are on there, and I won't do that again at all. But yeah, I'm prepping to cook something. Depends on how they're acting. They may come out with turkey sandwiches or a full-blown meal. I don't know yet. It just depends how up here they have me. If I'm down, I'm like Miss Veronica. If I'm down here, I'm gonna cook. If I'm up here though by Thanksgiving, it's turkey sandwich.
I know that. And she said the luncheon meat turkey sandwich.
I hope they ain't.
I know that's right.
Nah, but we good though. Just chilling, relaxing, trying to finish up the mini projects I have. I literally have like 3 lists. I have my turn 'em loose list, I have my school list, and I have the kids list. And I promise you, I have to put at least 2 or 3 things on each list every day. So I'm gonna work on getting those lists cleared this week.
Okay.
I'm gonna try.
I know that's right. Well, for me, I know that some of my family members, we are definitely going to get together, It may not be everybody, but just a small portion just to break bread. I too am looking at Christmas being a stronger gathering. We will not do Chinese food Christmas this year because we have been doing that for about 2 years now. Uh-huh. Chinese food Christmas. We go to a Chinese food restaurant. And the reason why I don't want to do it this year is because last year my cousin came and her grandson had been ill, and that's the worst cold that I've had like in a long time, like little children. But it also could have been at that restaurant. I don't know. And so I just decided.
The story when you said Chinese, it's like rah 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 rah. Oh la 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 la. When they had the duck.
Well, we've been doing it since about 2012.
Wow.
And yeah, because Thanksgiving was always like so blown out with all the cooking. Everybody just got like burned out.
Have y'all heard from Charles?
Huh?
Have y'all heard from Charles and them?
Oh yeah, we talked to him a lot, and I really wish that we could all do something for Christmas, but we shall see if that can happen because we have like, huh?
I'll mess around and not be there for Christmas.
You said mess around and not be there?
I will be there.
Oh, be there. Oh, okay. But I'm like this. I'm trying to do some things, and my mom's 90th birthday is just 5 days before Christmas, and your birthday is 7 days before Christmas.
Exactly.
So I'm thinking about a lot of stuff.
I'm supposed to go out of town for my birthday.
Uh-huh.
But I'm not holding my breath.
I'm
not gonna do it. I want to live. I don't want to die. But I'm not gonna hold my breath.
What?
Just see what happens. Don't count it out.
We'll talk about it after show. No.
Okay.
Right. But I think that's kind of my week coming up, and then working on my projects. Like I said, I'll talk in the after show, and just getting through it. I have this thing where I tell you I'm still working on this next goal for myself weight-wise, and I'm already on it, but I'm not trying. It's the trilogy that's helping me, and I just got to do December well, because in January when everybody's ready to run, I'm going to say you might want this in order to get you rolling, to get you started. So I'm just going to try things myself.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I thank you all for tuning in, and of course, before we go, you know how I do. Got to run that social media. Here we go.
We hope that you have enjoyed this episode of Art Imitates Live with Tanya Dixon. So be sure to like and subscribe. And also check us out on all of our other social media.
I started to trip y'all out and come back with some monkey screams.
No, thank you.
I got to do the clips. I just have to edit those clips so that you all can see why I'm so entertained. Right now, y'all think I'm crazy, but I am going to send y'all the clips so that you can see why I am so entertained with these rascals who have a lot of human characteristics about them. And to see it in an animal, it's really funny to me. So I'm gonna share it with y'all. If I have some time, I'm gonna share it with y'all. But again, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all, ladies, for being here for the ladies' night.
No problem.
Are you thankful and why, and for the who spiked the tea and all that. Thank y'all so much for being here. And we shall be back, but we won't be here next Friday. But we'll talk and see if it's going to be the following Friday. We'll chat it out and see when we'll be back. But we will be back. So y'all hang on for that. All right, but thank you all for being here again. And as I always say in parting, good things come to those who believe. Better things come to those who are patient. He just comes up here talking like I'm not even talking. But the best things come to those who never give up. I'm Tanya Dixon. And
Happy
this is
Thanksgiving,
the
everybody.
Little Team. Yes, Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to
Thanksgiving.
everyone. Thanks for tuning in, and we shall see you next time on Art Imitates Live. Y'all have a good one. Stay safe. Happy holidays. Yeah.
Hey.